Las Vegas and South Point, ready for the championship match of the Alka Seltzer Plus Cold Cheetah Championship. Number 4 seed Bill O'Neill has worked his way into this title match of the Cheetah Championship. There is his wife. A short time ago, Kimberly had a chance to talk with Christy O'Neill.
Well, Christy, last year, Bill did not win at all at the World Series of Bowling. This year, he finds himself in the final of the Cheetah and playing well. What are your thoughts on how he's doing?
I really like the way it looks right now. I really like his chances. He worked hard over the summer, and I'm just glad that it's paying off, and he's having a lot of success right now, and I hope that he can continue it through the championship match.
Not only are you guys now in the final, but you guys are having a baby due in February, so how are you feeling?
I feel good. I'm hoping that we can get baby O'Neill his first win, so I'm very excited.
Well, we hope so too. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you, Kimberly.
All right, so there is Bill O'Neill into the championship match from the 4th seed, taking on Mike Wolf, but O'Neill will lead us off once again. Is he confident, or not? He's been having kind of an up and down day, O'Neill.
Should be confident.
That shows a lot of confidence.
Should be very confident. I think he's got a nice blueprint on what the pair and the oil pattern is giving him. I think another reason why he should be very confident is because this man has not visited the winner's circle in a long time.
Since 2008, he captured the Ultimate Scoring Championship in Taylor, Michigan. Mike Wolf, 36 years old, from New Albany, Indiana. The top seed with his first ball, a little high.
And Mike's going to try to play the lanes a lot straighter, early on at least. Much more up the back, more end over end roll. You see how it comes off the end of the pattern and kind of hook stop.
The last time Mike Wolf brought home a PBA title was in 2008 at the Ultimate Scoring Championship. And guess who he met there in the semifinal? Yeah, that's right, Bill O'Neill, who was making his 3rd televised final appearance in as many weeks. The two with an extremely close match until the 10th frame, where O'Neill had to strike out to force a tie. But O'Neill would leave the 10 on his first throw, and Wolf prevailed, 237-215. Wolf then went on to defeat Mike Scroggins in the final to capture the 4th PBA title of his career. Nope. Yeah, he saw it on its way. Something was lacking.
Great balance and follow through at the foul line, but ball through the pins, not so good. That was a pretty soft week 10 there.
Cleans up the spare there. He's had a couple of low cashing seasons on tour, but it was mostly by choice, as he says that business side has taken some of his attention away, and he has by choice changed his focus.
Obviously things in life change. You kind of priorities change a little bit. That we took over some pro shops right about 2008, so some of the focus kind of went there. To be honest, I don't practice as much as I used to. This year was a little bit different. I kind of redevoted, I guess, somewhat, but the business side of it kept me busy and just kind of kept me where you spend long hours in the pro shop or something. You just don't feel like practicing. You want to go home. Had a baby in between the times, so we're raising a 15-month-old little girl running around all over the place. So it's kind of priority shift, but you kind of have to dig deep and kind of reevaluate yourself and get to practicing a little bit.
Business at home.
Business in the pro shops.
Little girl. Life changes.
Bill O'Neill's life will change in February when his wife Chrissy, you see in the back, will have their child. O'Neill with the strike. Fatherhood definitely had an impact on Mike Wolf's life and career, so how does Bill O'Neill think it will affect his?
Well, right now nothing has changed with my wife being pregnant, but I can imagine when that day comes, things are going to be, quite a bit different. When I go to make my travel schedule to start going overseas and, just bowling everything I can, sometimes I might end up cutting trips short, just to, be home with the family. So it's hard to say how it's going to change, but it's going to be drastic, I think.
I really don't think he has any idea about what father really does before having their first child. Billy O in the third, working on a double. And there's the turkey. O'Neill all business bound and determined. In his first TV appearance since the end of 2010-2011 season, trying to get his first win since the 2010 Pepsi Viper Championship. Now Wolf trying to solve the puzzle of these lanes. Yeah, you heard that, and that won't do it.
4, 6, 7.
God. Went from bad to worse.
He knew it as soon as he let go, that this ball was going to check and go high and right through the face, and he pays for it.
So Mike Wolf, the #1 seed with an open frame, and down 37 early to Bill O'Neill. Wolf, as we mentioned, the top seed. You see some of the other finishers this World Series of Bowling Cheetah Championship.
Nice tournament there for P.J. Haggerty.
And now Wolf, who is not struck yet. Frame #4. And he still has not struck. And for a pro bowler in a championship match to not have a strike on the first 4, that's trouble.
I think Mike Wolf came in with the wrong game plan. He tried to go 2 straight. And now he's going to try to move in and try to go around it. The question is, does he have enough time?
O'Neill has opened the door for his previous opponents. So Wolf has seen that. He can only hope that O'Neill will stumble here as we move forward. O'Neill up 37.
Now, you see what Bill O'Neill's done. He's got 3 in a row, right? You know what 3 in a row is called, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what do you call 4 in a row?
A 4-bagger.
You're correct. It's not a ham bone.
No, it's not.
It's a 4-bagger.
I'm not going to steal material.
And there it is.
4-bagger.
4-bagger!
O'Neill has found the way. Has he found his way to a championship here?
See how deep he is now? He's throwing it to the dry boards to the right and just letting that rotation bring the ball back to the pocket. Mike Wolf needs to jump right on in on top of where Bill O'Neill is playing and do the same thing. He's more than capable. Question is, again, is there enough time?
This could be a telling frame for O'Neill.
Here it is. He got it!
Come on!
When you start to get pin carry like this, it's just kind of an omen. It's a sign that it's your day. And Bill O'Neill, he's got the good mojo going on right now. Great balance of fouling. He's a great athlete, using those strong legs, works out in the gym. All that strength and power pays off, and the messenger taking out the 10 for a 5 in a row.
It's like that center fielder robbing the home run, preserving the pitcher's no-hitter. Wolf finds a strike finally. Mike Wolf's first strike coming in the 5th frame.
Not the strongest ball in the arsenal, not the weakest, something right in the middle. Lots of friction on the lane, shorter pattern, makes a lot of sense.
Can Wolf climb his way back from 57 pins down? There's only one way that he can do it, is by striking.
God almighty. Touch holes on it.
Everything bugging Mike Wolf right now.
Literally. And you heard what he said, that if he touches the holes, the ball just hooks too much.
And Wolf with a spare. Still, just one strike through 6.
Cheetah pattern, 83 in the 5th, not good. Bill O'Neill perfect through 5.
Still perfect through 6.
You know, everybody talked about Bill O'Neill's disappointing last season, except Bill.
Last year was tough. You know, I don't want to say it wasn't successful because, I mean, I was 7th in the points and I made top 10 in almost every tournament I bowled. I just didn't really make any shows. And, you know, the difference out here between making 5 shows and not is very small. And I was just a little bit off last year. And you know, sometimes things don't go your way at the same time, and you know, and that's really what happened. I mean, a lot of people kept asking me, "What happened to you? How do you have such a bad year?" I'm still top 8, so you know, how bad was it really?
It's hard to win out here, and he gets it. And he's just a couple more shots away from winning again.
He is as solid as they come when he is on his game, and he is on his game.
Front 7, Lon McCarron, when was the last time you saw a perfect game on television?
Chris Barnes last year.
Okay, so it hasn't been that long ago. Okay, when was the last time you called the action?
Never.
Ah, that's what I thought.
Now Mike Wolf down to 77. Just trying to make it look respectable. And yeah, that's respectable.
That's a lonely feeling right now. It's like you're out there alone on an island. Right now, Mike Wolf just wants to get out of the way, throw some shots, make it look respectable, and then reevaluate the strategy coming into this title match.
Look at Bill O'Neill.
Oh yeah, no, he's focused. There's only one thing on his mind right now. Could be a little added bonus for Mr. O'Neill if he would happen to strike out.
Wolf finding his groove, but he certainly knows the pickle he is in, and it's actually the hot soup, I think. There's nothing he can do right now. Bill O'Neill, on the other hand, trying to become only the 23rd player to ever roll a perfect game on television. Last season, we had 2 here at the World Series. Jason Belmonte got his in the PBA World Championship, the 21st player to ever accomplish what is certainly one of the most difficult feats in all of sports. Chris Barnes threw his perfect game in the Geico Shark Open in front of his wife and twin boys. The game, he says, was without a doubt the highlight of his entire season. And for their accomplishments, Barnes and Belmonte each received a $10,000 bonus check from the PBA. So here's Bill O'Neill now in the 8th. The match and the title are his. Now just trying to make some history.
And if you ever want to save the PBA Tour 10 grand, start talking about 300 gigs.
That's the jinx we bring. So what happened here?
Got it into the oil just a little bit. The ball never got far enough right to grab the friction. It came in light, leaving a 2.810. Bill knows it. Yeah,
Don't blame us, Bill.
Kind of hard to be disappointed winning another title out here, but I think he may come away with this maybe a little dissatisfied, knowing that he had a shot at bowling a perfect game on television.
Well, baby needed some new shoes. Christy's thinking the 10K would have gone towards those, as you mentioned. So now O'Neill, 203. Wolf's best right now would be 223. After 7 in a row, an open frame. Bill O'Neill's back.
He knows the score. He needs to strike here, and he can win this thing right now.
It's a tough road when you're #1 seed and only have the one game. But, you know, who wouldn't give up that opportunity?
No, you're right, Lon. One game, although it's the most enviable position in the stepladder finals, but it's tough. You know, Mike's been watching off to the side, waiting to see who he was going to go up against in the title match, and it's a lot different when you're watching and when you're actually on the lanes playing.
And that makes it official. Bill O'Neill has won the 4th PBA title of his career with a dominating performance over Mike Wolf in the Alka Seltzer Plus Cold Cheetah Championship. We'll be back to talk with him right after this. The Alka Seltzer Plus Cold Cheetah Championships is in the books, and there is your champion, Bill O'Neill. A kiss for wife Christy, and one for baby on the way. The guy that barely made the round at 16 in qualifying climbs all the way up the stepladder to win the 4th PBA title of his career and his first in nearly 2 years. And O'Neill gesturing there to the patch on his jersey, dedicating his win to the late Tony Reyes.
Too long. Hopefully in 2 years again.
What an impressive performance from the real deal, throwing 7 strikes in a row against #1 seed Mike Wolf for a 243-192 victory. O'Neill collecting those animal pattern wins, first Chameleon, then Viper, and now Cheetah. Time now for the Geico Championship recap. Randy.
Lon, match #1, Bill O'Neill, Chris Loschetter. Loesch starts off quick with a front 5, leaves a 10-pin in the 6 and misses it. O'Neill strings 6 together and beats Loschetter 248-223. Then in match #2, Bill O'Neill advances to take on newcomer Jeff Roche. Roche looking for his first ever title. Isn't going to get it done by missing 10 pins. O'Neill, guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. He finishes off Roche 246-177. Then in the championship match, Bill O'Neill takes on Mike Wolf. It was strike after strike after strike, front 7. He pats the Tony Reyes patch, looks up to the heavens and says, Tony, that was for you.
And Kimberly Pressler is with our champion.
Bill O'Neill fought his way from 16th to 4th place starting off in this stepladder final, and then you just dominated here. How's it feel to be back in the winner's circle?
You know, it's been a couple years since I've won out here. I really can't explain the feeling. When I made this show, I really wanted to win it for Tony. This is it's Tony's only title was this on this pattern. So it definitely means a lot to get this one for him.
Now, we talked to your wife, Christy, earlier about the frustration you had last year at the World Series. Give us your take on it.
Last year was rough. I didn't perform up to my ability, and I came into this World Series just saying I just wanted to bowl well, and I've been working hard and paid off.
Well, today you absolutely lived up to the real deal Bill O'Neill name. And now, Christy, how proud are you of him?
I'm extremely proud. As I said before, he worked very hard over the summer, and I'm glad to see it pay off.
So, Bill, one last question. Is little O'Neill going to be a bowler?
I'll let him do whatever he chooses, but I think, with our genes, I think he has a pretty good shot to be okay.
Okay, well, congratulations to you both and to Bill O'Neill for today's win.
Thank you, Kimberly. More bowling next week. Mike Fagan, Major Mika, Sean Rash, Brad Angelo. It's the PBA Viper Championship next week on ESPN at 1 Eastern. So Bill O'Neill climbed from the bottom rung of the ladder to the very top. A new mindset from Bill paid off today in a big way. What a gutsy performance by the real deal Bill O'Neill. For Randy Peterson and Kimberly Pressler, I'm Lon McCarron. The real deal comes through. We'll see you back here next week for more from the Geico World Series of Bowling.